Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Realms and Roleplay, Sovereign of Death. So, last time, when we left off, our heroes were on a house that is a boat. I think I misspoke last time. A houseboat, and not a boathouse. Skulldana burst through the ceiling, and Dirge, Skipglider, also showed up through the front door. So, before combat starts, I'll give everybody a chance to try to talk their way out of things if you want, or something like that. You notice that when Dirge comes in the front door, you see that there is a skeleton behind him that's handing a bag of coins to the captain, like the person who was the door guard or whatever. And you see that guy.
Your dadwin is horrible at choosing trustworthy lieutenants.
It's true.
Not a good person to know. To know who to trust.
Very not.
That guy actually knew Elderson, Aria's master. And you see that he's just kind of shaking his head at that happening.
It's like, I told you not to do crimes, Joseph.
Is there any chance that we can come to a peaceful solution here? I say
one that doesn't involve short bows on anyone.
Are you saying that to Skulldana or to Dirge?
No, I don't care about Dirge.
Okay.
Skulldana.
So Skulldana looks at Aria and kind of winks at you, and she's like, "I'm sure we could figure something out."
Very, very quickly. I need to rage. I just need to start by raging.
Okay, you want to go into a rage?
Wait, aren't you gonna start a fight? We're trying to talk our way out of it.
I'm not in it. We aren't in a fight. Starting rage doesn't start a fight. I am just raging now.
Doesn't feel like it's a way to calm anyone down.
So
Rib is gonna end in a minute if you don't hit someone or get attacked.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do that right now?
I just want. Okay, I prepare an action if anyone does anything aggressive. If combat starts, I start raging. I am raging at the moment that we're going, because my nostrils are flared, and there's the man. I see a lizard, and it might be the same lizard who killed me, and a hot dragon lady just plummeted right through the ceiling.
Okay.
And we previously established in the previous episode that Skulldana is hot.
Okay. Oh, obviously. Okay, so you're ready to rage.
There's
a lot of hormones. There's a lot of hormones.
So you ask to essentially parlay. So she says, well, if you surrender your human friend to us, there won't be any violence.
We don't know where our human friend is. As you can see, she's not here.
Well, that's the problem. We need her. She's essential to our master's plans.
And what's the plan? Perhaps if you tell us, we'd be willing to go along with you and help you find her.
You see Dirge walk onto the ship.
Enough talk.
I thought we came here to kill them. And he looks right at Marty with his spear.
I don't know why I hate you, but I do.
So Skulldana looks at you all and she's like, "Look, my hands are tied here, all right? I have some power, but not that much power. All I know is I need to find the human and take her to see the Sovereign of Death."
Yes, and as we've established, we don't have the human, and kicking our asses won't suddenly make us know where she is.
Right, and we might be the only way you're going to get to her, so killing us doesn't really seem like a good strategy. Listen, I don't want to tell you how to strategize, but just looking at the pieces as they're set out here, doesn't seem like the best idea to kill the only people who have a relationship with her.
There are other ways of making you talk. I'm sure that we could be very convincing if we needed to.
Disagree.
Agree to disagree.
So, go ahead and roll a persuasion check, whoever would like.
23.
A 23.
No, we shouldn't do
Goodness
that.
me. Okay, so
+9 in persuasion.
I walked right into that. So she's like, well, I guess that's true. Look, I'm a person of reason, all right? If you don't know where she is and you say that you're not lying to me, I'll trust you. However, if I find out that you are lying, this little alliance of ours will be over.
Sure, of
Seems
course. Listen, we have been sort of thrust into the middle of a situation that none of us fully understand. So thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Perhaps if you can let us know what your lord is planning, we can be of some assistance. Maybe our interests aren't actually unaligned.
We are definitely a little sick of getting our ass kicked.
You see Dirge is like, my queen, the king will not be happy about this. And she holds up her hand. She's like, if you don't know what's happening, it's probably better that way.
Yas, queen.
Continue to insult him. His face angers me.
Dirge kind of walks back outside, and she turns to leave, and she says, just some friendly advice. I would leave if I were you. It's not safe here anymore. And her and Dirge walk away. And now you all are in the boathouse.
The houseboat.
The houseboat.
The houseboat.
The houseboat. There's a giant hole in the ceiling. You see Orpheus is just looking really confused, and Keith kind of has his hands on his knives, and he's like, so are we not fighting?
I genuinely didn't think that would work.
I don't know what to do with all these hormones. These leftover hormones. This anger.
Maybe you should jump in the river. Cool off.
I jump into the river. Through the nearest window.
Marty just bursts through the
to
window and into the river. Marty, as you jump outside, you see that as Skulldana's leaving, there are so Dirge and Calderon and about 7 skeletons and scarecrows are with her, and they're all marching away.
Oh my. Okay, so I grab Wen and Aria, I pull him to the corner. I'm like, listen, this disguise that I have, it's not going to last. Can we find a fee? Do you think he can make me a better disguise? I don't know. I know this is not going to be a permanent solution anyway, but we've got to figure something out.
Isn't he here with us? Didn't we just rescue him?
In the room? Can we find Fee across the room?
I don't think this boathouse.
So actually, you saw him in the castle. He didn't come with you when you left.
Oh.
Wait, he did. He was right there in the dungeon with us.
What
Why
the
did
Well, he turned into a barrel when you all started fighting Alistair, and then you left.
And we left him there.
He came with us.
We left him there.
We would have just
Fee
left him there. What?
He was hiding in the barrel.
And he wasn't he didn't hear any of us leaving, being like, okay, better leave.
Nobody
I
checked.
didn't hear any of us be like, oh shit, we just beat the crap out of Alistair. Glad that fight's over.
We left him there.
Y'all left him. And also,
I
y'all
just
murdered
assumed
Alistair.
he came with us because the fight was over.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Oh, no.
I mean, but you know where he is. Or at least the last time you saw him.
I wouldn't mind going back to the castle to try to help my dad too, although it's probably too late. And also, I don't even know anymore. I feel like y'all.
Wynn's dad.
My dad,
Wynn's
did he
dad's-
stay?
Yeah, he's with
Did
you.
he stay in the castle?
No, he's with you.
Wynn's mom.
We didn't explicitly hold his hand as we were leaving, so I wasn't
So
sure.
apparently we have to
you
allow
went
them,
to try to find Wynn's mom when you found Keith in the dungeon, but she wasn't there. So you're not sure where she is.
I have sort of the beginning of a plan, but I don't have all of the pieces yet.
Okay.
If we need bait, I can be Madie.
But why don't I just be Madie? Because I'm stronger than you.
Yeah, but we don't. If anything happens to you, clearly they need you to do some evil plan. I'm not really a human, so if anything happens to me, it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, it matters.
Okay, yes, thank you. Yes, obviously it matters. I don't want to die, but I'd rather be dead than have them complete some dark ritual.
You see your dad's like, I don't like this plan.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh, no,
would, Dad.
we weren't talking to him. We were talking privately in the corner. Get out of this, Dad.
Dad's eavesdropping.
Is he like eavesdropping?
He is eavesdropping. You see he's like, all right, fine. And he goes back to play cards with Elderson.
May I roll to glisten as I get out of the water?
Yeah, go ahead and do a flat d20 roll.
I rolled an 18.
So you are like sparkling as you come out of the water. Like there's a vampire IP that has sparkly vampires, and you're shinier than that. Like it's
as I walk through the door, very abashedly, very tired. I am sparkling, but my mood is just very. I've gone through a lot of stuff. I'm just tired right now, and I just kind of walk into the room, and I sit in the corner with my friends.
So
that was very strong of you, Marty, to not murder that guy. I'm not sure we would have made that out of that fight alive. So for whatever reason,
name stands for murder of crows. It's not actual that would be really messed up if my family name meant that we just went around killing people.
It wasn't about your name. It was
mildly incensed as I consider that the person who killed me was just right there. It was actually him. It wasn't just some random lizard. I'm not going around with some racial prejudice. It was the bad guy.
Okay, listen, I break in. I'm like, listen, Wynn imagined that maybe that was the guy that killed you.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, but also you should have seen Keith's face when you walked out of that water, man. His jaw was on the floor. Mine was too. I completely forgot what I was thinking for a second. So just kind of focus on your sparkles, okay?
Okay.
Okay, it's okay.
Who is Keith?
Oh no.
Oh, you see Keith is kind of like, I am. You don't remember me?
You're the angelic creature from the dungeon. I don't remember anything else about you, unfortunately.
He kind of flicks his hair back and he's like, oh, thanks. But I guess you lost a lot when what happened to you, but we met before. We were friends.
Cool. I think I would have liked being friends. Speaking of friends, I do remember there being a small elven creature who liked me for some reason.
I think we accidentally left him in the castle.
Forgot him.
Yeah. I thought he was behind us. I don't think I would have left if I didn't think that he was behind us. But things were happening a little fast.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see, as you all are talking, Elderson stands and he's like, someone's coming. And two automatons walk in, and it's Michael 1 and Michael 2.
I have no idea where we left these guys.
Yeah, where have they been? Where's Tony?
Fee had them. Fee fixed them.
So, these automatons, apropos of nothing, left in a castle miles away, find their way back. Fee, on the other hand, is a barrel.
You see that the automatons look at you and they say, Marty Murder, formerly known as Martin Money. Is this correct?
Yeah, I suppose so.
They both take a knee and they're like, we bring a message from the ruler of Zandara, Antagon Owlfeather. And their chest opens up and a hologram displays. And
like
you see,
it's like a tandem hologram?
Yeah, like each of them have a part of it. So it's one message together. And
what happens if only one of them showed up?
I don't know. Thankfully for you, they both found their way back home.
We should just bash the other one really quick just to find out.
What'd you say?
I said that we should just bash the other one really quick just to find out.
So you see a bronze dragonborn in the hologram, and he has like these feathery scales, and he's wearing a black suit with pins from each of the nations of Yashan on it, and he has a red and white cape and two wands on the sides of his belt, on either side of his belt. And he says, I am Antagon Owlfeather, the ruler of Zandara. We have word that the Sovereign of Death has made an appearance upon Broken Rock. You four were the heroes who fought to defend Stone Snarry. We hope that this message finds you well. Our army is currently sailing toward Broken Rock. Please meet us at the harbor by sunset tomorrow so we can take back what's ours. And the message ends.
Can I roll insight about whether or not this is a person to be trusted?
Yep. You can roll insight, and you can also roll history if you would like.
If I roll history, that's a 10. So I'm just kind of squinting at the hologram the entire time.
So yeah, you feel like maybe in your past life you would know, but in your current state you don't know anything about him. With the rest of
I liked the feathers.
You could try if you'd like.
Sure. I'll do history.
I'll do insight.
Yeah, I have an 8.
24.
19 history.
All right, so Aria, on a 24 insight, you feel like this person is like a leader of leaders. Like this person speaks clearly and plainly, and you trust what he's saying. You feel like he has the intention to come here and fight whatever it is, whatever that particular threat is, which you know is the army of the dead. When on a 19 history, you know that Antagon Owlfeather wasn't the first elected ruler of Zandara, but as essentially the capital city of Yashan, Zandara had a revolution, and Antagon led that revolution, and then was elected after the revolution ended by the people as their hero leader, essentially.
Oh, thank God. Somewhere else in Yashan has not already fallen to this army.
You also know that Zandara is the last place, besides Broken Rock, kind of now, that hasn't been taken by the army.
Oh, did Osha fall? Is that how it's pronounced?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna level with all of you. I really, really want revenge, but I feel like an established piece of myself is to also be a good friend. And to be frank, I'm really worried about what will happen if we have to fight any of these people. We're increasingly outnumbered, even if we manage to bring together all of our allies. So what do? We can meet him at the harbor, but of course we've still got an entire city potentially that can be converted into dead monsters at any time.
Mm-hmm.
We should go after their source of magic.
Yeah, we have to do this at the source.
Yeah.
We have to kill the king of the dead.
May or may not have.
Probably. Which, if you could get me caught, then I could kill him maybe before he uses me.
No, we're not gonna risk you, maybe.
How about nobody gets caught?
Fine.
But isn't that the only way to get to him?
I mean,
well, we do know that Skipglider knows how to get to him.
Sweet.
And I have a bag of holding with 10 minutes of air inside.
So all we have to do is put the bag around Skipglider and just close it for 10 minutes.
Right, and then run away somewhere and tie him up or whatever.
I've also got this dimension door. We can teleport to any spot within 500 feet. So if we can even get outside of the castle and we can visualize what's inside, which, I'll be honest, my visualization abilities very much impacted by glistening muscles. It gets in my eyes, can't see anything else. Long story short, we have a lot of tools to potentially, if we know where they are, we can deal with them at the source.
Okay. The tools that we're missing, though, are healing. I think we've got to go find some health potions before we do anything else, and each one of us has to have some, because that's the only way we're gonna at least maybe make it through.
I think I still have 1 health potion.
Yeah, and I have 2. That's nothing. I think we need a whole bunch. Can we see if we can go buy some real quick?
I turn out my my torn pockets. I'm like, I don't think I can help. I used to be called Martin Money. I'm not sure I can help with that anymore.
Well, I
A
have
little bit
money.
of cash. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 400 gold worth of jewelry that we took off of Chucklehead over there, and I also had a
Yeah.
little bit, like another 200, I think, from before that Marty gave to me. So we've got money. We just need to go. I think because we don't have a healer in our midst.
Can I ask Elderson if he knows of someone who has a connection with the monks who might be able to help us out, kind of on the DL after hours?
Yeah. So you you go and speak to him. He says there is a former member of the Order of the Feather Fist who supplies goods to our fellow brothers and sisters when they need it. You can find him on the shore near the west side of the island. His name is Twice Duke Double Down. And you
That
what?
I said, can you repeat that?
yeah. You see Elderson's like, oh yeah, it's Twice Duke Double Down. He's
Okay.
I bought my head. I'm like, I like this guy.
he's
Really
used
double
to,
down on that name.
He used to be one of the first members of the order until he left.
Somehow I'm really hungry all of a sudden. I don't know why.
You see, Orpheus is like, the rest of us should try to find Mithrica. That's your mom went. And
I know my mom's name.
I'm just making sure. It's been a while, so I was just refreshing it.
I didn't forget my mother's name.
No, we just forgot Fee in a dungeon.
Listen,
Yeah,
that's
it
really
was
on
our
Fee.
Finest
I
moment.
think that's really Fee's fault.
You see, Rokal's like, yeah, we can split up and we'll meet at the coast to meet the Zondaran army.
Rokal's my dad.
He's like, what are you talking about? Of course I
Nothing.
know that.
It's fine.
Can I ask them? So I ask Rokal, I say, my father is very ill. He's in the infirmary in the castle. We don't know what's wrong with him. Can somebody go check on him and see if they can help?
Elderson is like, I'll sneak into the castle and try to help your father.
Please don't die.
Please. And also, if you see a barrel in the dungeon, can you like knock on it and ask it to come with you, please?
Don't get captured and sent to the dungeon, to be clear. Just kind of go inside of there.
Yeah.
Just for general purpose reasons, find a barrel, knock on it, say that we sent you, and the small teenage boy inside will probably go along with it.
He'll
It was
help
next
you.
to a pile of corpses when we left it.
Yes.
So
What
I
are
feel
you
like-
talking about? There's some...
there's a small elf boy who's very good at illusions who we accidentally left in the dungeon.
Accident.
All
I feel
right.
like
So good at illusions though. So
I'll see if I can find this talking barrel that you speak of. He turns to you, Aria, and he's like, may the light of the Feather Fist be with you. And he turns to leave.
can I ask Orpheus before they? Is Orpheus going with my dad?
She is like, yes, I'm going to help your father find Mithrica. I think that if we're going to stand a chance against this army, we need to inspire the people of Broken Rock to rise up with us. Your
I
mother
agree,
can do
but
that.
please don't die. You're the last of my friends alive. Well, my old friends alive.
She gives you a hug, and she's like, I'll do my best, but you stay safe also.
No promises, you know me.
And then she smiles, and she's like, that's why I'm concerned.
Yeah.
No,
True.
she's not wrong. Not wrong.
Stay sharp. Keep your eye out.
You see, she, like, kind of touches her eye patch, and she's like, very funny.
It looks good.
First,
You
you've
can
never
pull it
heard that
off.
one before.
She's like, well, I'm still getting used to it, but it does kind of make me look like a pirate, huh?
It does.
Total badass.
What's your favorite letter?
She looks at
Is
you
it
and she's
R
like,
or is your first love the C?
she's like, I'm really gonna need you to stop with the whole pirate thing. Just because,
all
like,
No, I do jokes when I'm nervous.
I know, but I feel like I remember you being a little cooler, and I think that you're just being really, like, you're just kind of bringing the mood down.
She's never been cool. Let's be real.
Can I roll persuasion to be Wynn's hype man in this difficult moment?
Go for it.
That is a 19.
So what do you say?
I go like, I don't know, seems pretty cool to me.
Thank you,
And
Mark.
I kind of do like the Terry Crews like peck juggle.
You see, she's like, well, I guess that you're cool. Just, you know, in a lame way. And she kind of like hits your shoulder in a playful way. Rocal like picks up his stuff and he's like, we should get going.
Do not get my friend killed. Do not get yourself killed. Please don't get Mom killed. Just be safe. I can't
Find
lose
the Barrow
everyone
boy,
today.
I believe we failed him.
And my daddy.
And her dad.
We'll do our best. Travel safe.
Is there
Okay.
anything we're missing? Any intelligence that you have that you gathered while we were captured that would be useful for us?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad I asked. That's really what I wanted to ask Orpheus, but I got distracted trying to tell her jokes.
He says, I've heard that there's someone who's essentially leading people out of the city through an underground passageway. I think that if things turn south, we should go through there to escape. We shouldn't lose our lives trying to save Broken Rock. It may already be lost.
Well, that means that almost the whole continent is lost.
But there's still hope. Zandara still stands.
Yeah, but
they're sending their
all
army
their
here.
army here.
Well, yes,
Ooh, I
but
really
I'm
hope
sure
it
that...
doesn't leave Zandara vulnerable.
What'd you say?
That really runs the risk of leaving Zandara vulnerable.
Yeah, but I'm sure Representative Owlfeather wouldn't leave Zandara unprotected.
You have a lot of faith in authority figures who have historically, in my experience, not been super great.
Particularly in the last few weeks.
Yeah, just in the last few weeks even, just haven't been super confident in their abilities.
You see, your dad's like, if we don't have faith, then what else do we have?
Hope, I guess.
Cue that 80s song.
You see that... Wasn't there somebody else here too? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Keith
you're in
is.
charge.
Keith's here, yeah.
Keith has been just like really quiet this whole time, and you see that he sort of steps up and he's like, "Yeah, hope and faith. That's all good. But I found in these old books something about what happened during the merge, and it looks like this what was his name? Bathos or something?
Yes.
He's ancient. He was around when all that stuff happened.
Yeah, he told us that, I feel like.
Oh, I thought I'm gonna go back to reading this book.
No, what else did you find? Sorry, Keith, sorry, Keith.
No, it's great, Keith. I love that you've been reading all this time because we need information. What else did you find?
Well, it turns out he used to be some kind of hero, and he and his adventuring party fought the Sovereign, which was this terrorist group that started the whole merge in the first place.
Wait, but wasn't the merge... Was the merge bad or good? I thought the merge was good.
The merge was
bad?
awful. It was a war
Oh, sorry.
that happened. It's okay. A lot of people don't know because depending on where you live, there's all kinds of different versions of the story. But since Broken Rock used to be called the Island of Open Arms, it seems like what actually happened has been recorded here. So the merge was essentially a war that lasted for way too long, and lots of people died on both sides. It seems like it all started after there was an attempt to integrate monsters into society, and there were a group of people who wanted monsters to stay on the outskirts of society and to kill them all.
That was the Sovereign.
Yes, so the Sovereign infiltrated other
They're
powerful
bad.
groups and orchestrated the war. But thanks to
I
Bathos
see.
and his...
The Destined.
So it's like the merge war because they wanted to stop the merge from happening. See, I imagined merge as like a good thing,
Yes.
where
The merge itself was good. The war
monstrous
around
race.
it.
Yeah. I had it backwards.
You know, that's very misleading. And he like holds up the binder of the book and it says the merge, but like what really happened.
A misleading war. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's like, I haven't really found out much more than that, but I'll keep looking through these old books and let you know what I find.
You'll
Kiss him
keep
full on the mouth.
looking through these old books?
Oh,
You
I
say-
did.
Marty.
He looks
Yeah.
at you, Marty, and he's like, you still got it, buddy.
And I kiss
I don't
him
know
full
where
on
that
the
came
mouth, and I'm like, good job, babe.
We can
You and
encourage
Keith
kind
have this passionate kiss, and he's like, oh, I guess reading is like a good thing. So Rokal and Orpheus head out to find Mithrica.
I turn
And
to Win and I'm like, for some reason, seeing them do that made me very happy. Is that something that I was excited about in my previous life?
Yeah, you really wanted Madie to find love.
Oh, fantastic.
And also, I think you liked Keith, and I'm not sure in what way, but you definitely liked him.
He seems cool, and he liked my muscles, which I'm still coming to terms with, so
No,
those are 2 points in his favor.
they're good muscles, Marty. It's very different from what you looked like before, but they are good muscles.
Okay, y'all, we gotta move. So, hey,
Yes.
can we, Keith, can you gather up all your books? Aria, can we stick them in your bag of holding?
Sure can.
Okay, I think we need to go and get our supplies, like yesterday.
We need to meet Twice Do Double Down.
Twice
Yes.
Duke, double down, yeah.
Duke? Is it Twice Duke?
Twice Duke, double
Is
down.
he a duke?
I'll put
What'd
a
you
K
say,
in there.
Aria?
So, if we're
Is he a duke, actually?
I don't
2
know.
times.
You can find out.
if we're meeting a
Like
member of royalty, should we clean up somewhat?
No, we don't have
If
time.
he's a
No
quad
time, let's go.
duke, Double down. Is he a quad duke?
You could ask him if you meet him. I don't know.
That'll definitely win me points.
As we're walking there, Aria's just out loud thinking about this. So how
Hey-
many dukes is he?
Is he any dukes, or is he 4 dukes, or is he just 2 dukes?
He might be 2 dukes, 4 dukes, no dukes. Who knows?
Maybe he's
Is it
4
4
dukes in a
dudes?
trench coat.
Maybe he has 4
he's-
heads.
Is it Twice Dude Double Down?
Maybe he's 1 Duke because it's 2 Duke. It's Twice Duke, double down, which is actually a dividing by 2, which means there's 2 divided by 2, which means 1. There's 1 Duke, double once.
That is the most rational explanation.
So
like
as
it.
you're walking,
Oh.
Sorry, what did you say, Madie?
I want to make sure Keith is coming with us, right?
Yeah, so he gathered up his
Okay.
books and everything, and he's coming with you.
Are
Okay.
there any other NPCs who should be with us?
Yeah,
So-
did we
Did
forget
we-
everyone
And-
in the boathouse?
and died,
we-
right?
Boat.
Anne,
Did-
you don't know where Anne is. She
don't know
was
where Anne
with
is.
Mithrica when you all
Got
were
it.
at the Opera
She
House.
was alive when we left her, as far as we could tell.
Okay.
Also,
So-
we definitely just let the traitorous boat captain slide without meaning to.
He
I
left.
think
So-
he left. He
Whoops.
left when he got paid, right?
Yeah, he left. So Elderson, Robin, Rokal, and Orpheus all went on separate missions, and Keith is with you right now. So it's
Yes.
you all and Keith.
I kind of feel like we should have given Keith to Orpheus and my dad because I'm
Hey,
sober.
hey,
You're
hey.
right. You're right. Let's
Nope,
go.
nope.
So as you're traveling, the city is very different. You see that there are a lot of royal guards walking around, as well as skeleton soldiers. So if you would like to travel through the city stealthily, I'm going to need some stealth checks from everyone.
Okay.
I want to change it to a
Go around.
skeleton.
Okay, so as you're walking,
Very, very
like
different
wind
reaction.
passes by like a light post and then comes out on the other side as a skeleton.
I've got last time around I did have some stuff in my inventory, including a series of camouflage suits. Do any of those camouflage suits are they still around, or did they get destroyed?
Well, unfortunately, after your untimely demise, your camouflage suits met their end.
I feel this odd yearning to be a tree then that I cannot satisfy.
So sad.
What did everybody roll in their stealth checks?
12, but I look like a skeleton.
Okay.
6.
Six.
But I look like an elf.
Okay. Aria.
Crit fail.
Okay. Marty?
I've got a 17.
Awesome. So Marty, for some reason, is just completely blending in, but the rest of you are, you stand out quite a bit. And you see, Mox.
Barbarian do a stealth attack?
You see Mox Halstein, and he is leading a small group of about 5 skeletons, and he notices Aria and Madie, or well, he notices Aria because Madie's an elf, and he kind of motions to the skeletons, and they start to walk toward you all. Now we're going to have a fight.
Can we walk faster?
Well,
Can we just start running? Can we run away?
You could try.
We've also noticed previously that if we stand still, the skeletons can't. Well, Mox will tell them to attack us. Wait, Aria, you've got this weird skeleton energy. Do you know how that happened before?
I feel like that was a weird side effect of the indigestion caused by, well, actually, I thought that at the time, but then I meditated on it. I remember this now.
Why don't
can try.
you make a nature check with advantage?
Cool. Okay. 17.
Awesome. So, as the skeletons walk toward you, you feel this strange energy in you that you haven't felt before, and you start to glow this purple, dark purple blue, and there's this aura around you.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
So it's really just me who's been made, right? And like Madie has been noticed, but not for who she is.
No, they've recognized you, because
Me.
Madie's an elf at the moment. Yeah.
Great. So I kind of want to urge the rest of y'all to like keep going. And if this is a suspicious thing that I can deal with, then I can just deal with it, or it won't be and I'll fly away. Because I think all of us are a lot more likely to be like problematic than just me, especially if I can mind control skeletons.
I don't want to leave Aria behind, but that makes a lot of sense.
I whispered, don't split the party.
You two go ahead and we'll catch up. I'm a skeleton. I have to listen to what Aria says.
Keith is like, we trust you, Aria.
Okay. Hey, Marty, let's go ahead just a little bit, but stay close enough so we can see.
So hide behind a nearby building?
Yeah, that seems smart.
Yeah, I'm going to go hide with Marty.
Okay, awesome.
And Keith.
I want to prepare an
Keith,
action.
And Keith, come with me.
Marty.
I want to prepare an action.
Yes.
If anything, if combat emerges, I want to start raged. I already feel my heart pumping a bit.
Okay, so if combat happens, then you want to go into a rage. So Keith is going to follow you. So you don't have to like corral the NPCs. It's just specifically because what's his bucket's not a fighter, and he was hiding, is why he got left behind. So the other NPCs who are fighters, they'll be more.
You've burned us.
We're worried now.
Ruined us now.
We're taking care of our children at this point.
So
Keith's
Aria,
like, I don't understand why you're acting like this. I'm coming with you.
yeah, Keith's like, what? So Aria, you feel this power, and you have this aura.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
The skeletons are with Mox, right?
Yes, there were 5 of them with Mox, and now they're walking toward you.
Okay. I'm inclined to wait and sort of let Mox kind of set the tone, because Aria is historically very, very bad at this.
Cool. So the skeletons surround you, and Mox walks over, and he's like, your little friends will get theirs eventually, but it looks like you chose to die first. And he pulls a longsword out, and...
My brother, you misunderstand.
Oh? And how do I misunderstand?
I, too, am on the side of the King of the Dead. I am with the Sovereign, as you can see from my skeleton henchman.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
I feel like I'm helping her though by being.
Can I have
skeleton.
advantage?
You are helping, so roll with advantage.
Okay. That's not good. Okay, so that's a 3. We're gonna try the
Advantage.
digital dice
Advantage.
for the other one and see if they have my back. If you had to guess what I just rolled.
You just rolled a natural one.
I did.
Take the 3.
So I guess it's a 3.
So you got a 3.
Yeah.
But wait, can I want to order Mox's skeletons.
Okay.
10 hut, and just see how it goes.
What would you like to order them to do?
Just salute me.
Okay, so you say that you're on the side of the sovereign, and Mox is like, I doubt
Totally.
that.
Totally
And
doesn't buy it.
he motions with his sword, and he's like, kill her. And all the skeletons turn to you, and they just start saluting you.
Yes! Sorry, I mean, you see?
He's like, what is this?
I outrank you in the army of the sovereign. Just because you don't know all of the goings on inside the king's army, you think you can order your soldiers to attack me. How dare you?
I'm so sorry, General. I didn't know.
Continue with your patrol and I'll let this insubordinate slide.
Skeletons.
So
Take the
he's
skeletons.
like bumbling to put his sword away, and he just salutes you, and he starts to
Take the
march onward.
skeletons.
In fact, I'm gonna take one of your men. My journeys around this town are more important than yours.
As you wish, Commander.
You, with me! Pointed a skeleton.
And one of the skeletons sort of turns around and starts to follow you.
Oh, so...
Carmen wants to hit us so bad and he can't. He can't do
It's all
it.
good. You all are killing it. So,
Alright, let's rejoin the party.
so you and Skeleton Win and your new skeleton friend all
Twice Duke
come
double
join the
down.
party.
Twice Duke double down.
I grab Keith's hand and say, "Come with me, baby," and we keep walking,
he,
just in case.
He locks fingers and he's like, okay, I'm right behind you. You make it to the other side of the island. You see that there's a small hut on the beach, and there is this dwarven man with like a really scraggly gray beard. And he has 2 coconuts on his eyes, and he's laying down in like a makeshift hammock with no shoes on, and like he has like some shorts made out of leaves from trees and stuff.
I want his job.
Win, go talk to him. Oh wait, but you're a skeleton.
It's okay. I'll just change back into me. I guess
We also just casually have a skeleton now.
we also do just have a skeleton.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
You change back into your normal self, and you see the other skeleton looks kind of confused with his like skeleton eye sockets.
Yeah. He's fine. He's not concerned.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We're looking for Twice Duke Double Down.
What? Oh, and then he takes the coconuts off. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Twice Duke. What can I do for you?
I do need to know if he has a tan line where the coconuts.
There
were
are
brought.
2 really
Excellent,
big
thank
rings
you.
around his face.
Fantastic.
Like
Thank you.
way bigger than his eyes.
Yeah. Excellent. We were sent here by your elder. He said you could help us with some healing, potions or otherwise.
Oh, Elderson sent you. Yeah, this was some real nasty business happening around town. You see, he looks at Aria and he's like, "Hey, right on, feather fist." And he kind of waddles over to his hut and
It's like
starts
Loki
shuffling through some
fraternity, I
stuff.
don't know.
And he's like, well, you know, a lot of people have been needing healing stuff lately, so I'll see what I can work up, but it won't be tasty, I can tell you that. And he's like throwing stuff over his shoulder. You see that like a cat comes out, and then there's like some old socks, a couple of bottles. There's like some lightning potion that he throws out.
We're
And
like dodging things as we leave.
he comes back with like a handful of small melons, and he hands them to you, and he's like, "Oh, this should do the trick."
What are these?
Do they
Oh,
do?
well, so there are these fruits that grow in the wilds called good berries, and I made my own. So they're good melons.
Huh.
Excellent.
Duly impressive.
And
Love it.
how good do you think we'll feel after eating one?
He eats one, and he's like, "Woo, boy, let me tell you, you'll be feeling real good." And so with the good melons, you can eat, so with good berries, you can eat one a day. With good melons, you can eat up to 5 a day. Each good melon will restore between 10 and 20 HP. So you roll a d20, and if you get a 10 or higher, then you get 20 HP back. If you get a 10 or lower, you get 10 HP back. So you can only eat 5 a day. You have a total of 15, excuse me, not 15. You have a total of 35 good melons to split amongst all of you.
Open your bag of holding. Just pour all the melons in there.
Well, we
Maybe
should
don't do
probably
that.
give them
We
that
should all
parcel
keep
amounts
them.
to each
Yeah.
to people
Yes.
individually.
We
Also,
should.
I still have Alistair's severed head in that bag.
Good.
You're right. I don't want to.
Are you carrying that in the bag, or is it like attached to your
It's
belt?
in the bag
It's
of
in the
holding.
Oh, okay, cool.
That would be far too suspicious to just have on my person.
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot you had that, so that's why I asked.
I did too. It made me laugh when I noticed it in my inventory.
Okay, so let's split them up, all of us, including Keith.
You see, he's like, well, I mean, if it's all the same to you, maybe I could spend more time researching, and you all could do more.
Take
of
the melons,
fighting.
Keith.
I just think that I haven't been very helpful in fights, and honestly, I get beat up a lot, and that it hurts. And it's not really my thing. I don't think I'm much
You've
of a
been
fighter.
so helpful. I know you're more of a lover. We're all here for that. It's good. The thing is, we still need your help. I know it hurts. I know it's hard, and none of us likes it. I'm not having a good time either. But I don't feel like we have a choice. I feel like this is really literally between like the whole world ending or us all making it through. And I think we have to do it together. Would you fight with us?
You see, he like runs his hands through his hair, and he's like, "You all saved me, and Madie, you see, he gets really red in the face, and he's like, I care about you, and I'll be by your side." He takes your hand.
I'd like to roll to blush.
Go ahead. If you roll above a 1, you blush.
I rolled a 19.
You are your whole body is blushing. You're just completely red.
Can I roll not to blush?
Sure. If you roll above a 5, you don't blush.
18. Yay.
You're blushing from head to
Stone
toe.
face.
But like with a straight face.
I say to Keith, I really care about you too, and I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
You and Keith have a really nice moment where he gives you a hug, kisses you on the forehead. You see Twice Duke is like, "That's the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time." He's using one of the coconuts to wipe his tears away.
The relationship is so new, but it's so beautiful. I know, right?
Okay.
Twice Duke gets out a bag of holding, and he's like, "Well, if y'all are here, then guess it's time for me to hit the road." And he starts packing up his stuff.
What?
What? Why?
Oh, well, I mean, there's probably somebody who followed you, right? I'm not waiting around here to die. He starts putting more stuff in his bag.
Can I roll a perception check?
You're too concerned now.
That is a... Gotta look at my skills. That is a 7.
No, you don't think you were following?
Okay, I want to talk to Twice Duke. So I know, I understand it, and I'm so sorry if we put you in any danger. We have about 600 gold, okay? So I want to give you this. Tell me how much the melons cost, and then give me everything else that you have that we could use.
You see, he picks one up and like bites it to make sure it's real. All right, I'll tell you what. You give me that pile of gold, and I'll give you and he goes like in his stuff digging, and he pulls out this dagger, and the dagger has this swirling dark mist around it, and he's like, be very careful, because if somebody gets cut with this dagger, then they'll die. And he hands it to you, and he says,
I give it to Win.
Awesome. So you have this, you have the Dagger of Dark Mist. So it's a one-time use item. If you kill someone with this dagger, meaning that when you hit them with the dagger, it brings them to 0 HP, then they'll be trapped in the space between space for eternity.
Oh, we're gonna go stab the king with this.
So, I want to be, it specifically only works that way if they die from the stabbing. If you just use it as an attack, it's just a dagger. But if you stab them and kill them with the dagger, it traps them for eternity.
Can I stab everyone forever with that dagger?
You can do it one time.
Wait, I can only stab once.
The magic effect only happens once. So the first time you use it, the magic effect goes, and then after that, it's just a normal dagger.
Oh, okay. We're gonna stab the guy with this though.
So,
okay, Double Duke. What else you got?
He also he like reaches in. He's like, "Oh, this is heavy," and he pulls out some armor that's bigger than him. He's like, "Ugh," and he helps it over. And there's a chest plate, and the chest plate has a skull on it. And he's like, "Well, the skull was a little aesthetic choice that I've made just to try to make it more appealing to customers. So, word is that this armor will protect you from necrotic magic, which is really convenient, don't you think? All this dead stuff walking around. I've been trying to get rid of this thing for years, let me tell you. Nobody wants it, because they're like, I don't need protection from necrotic magic. Well, old Double Duke told you so, didn't he? Oh, you're right. My name is Twice Duke. I guess I've been under these coconuts for too long. I done forgot myself. He puts one of the coconuts back on his face to try to like even out the circle because one of them's uneven.
Can I roll insight to figure out how many dukes he is?
Yes.
That is a. I love how all my non-combat rolls are just spicy today. That's a 10.
So you feel like Twice Duke is actually a duke who was dishonored, and so his dukeship was removed, dukehood, whatever, and then he became a duke again, and now he's just a duke of coconuts.
I quietly appreciate this rags to riches to rags to coconut story.
Okay, so Duke,
Yes.
Dukey Duke. What else you got? I hand you a whole pile of gold here.
Well, listen here, Missy. I just gave you 2 rare items. What more do you want from me? And I gave you the melons. I gave you those for free for my buddy Elderson.
But you don't want to carry all this stuff. I know it's a bag of holding, but still.
Oh.
Can I roll persuasion?
Oh, I guess. Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Give me cool stuff.
I mean, listen, we're going all in at this point. Okay, 18.
Awesome. So he's like, oh, well, how can I say no to customers? He goes and reaches into his bag of holding, and he tries to grab something, but he can't get it out, and then he just like kind of climbs halfway in it. And then he comes back and pulls out a ball of light, and he walks over to Aria, and he's like, well, I'm sure Elderson would have given this to you eventually, but you can have mine if you want. I don't need it anymore.
What is this?
So as you take it, you feel this angelic aura flow through you. So since you already have this dark aura in you, you feel like the 2 auras come together like a yin-yang, and you feel this balance within yourself. And you gain the ability, the light of the Feather Fist. So what that means is it's essentially like an ultimate attack. So you can roll an unarmed attack, and if you hit, you do 3d10 damage.
Ooh, wow.
And if you add, so you can add an additional d10 for every 5 hit points that you expend to use the attack. So essentially, the attack channels your spirit energy, but you can make it stronger by putting some of your life force into the attack.
Okay. What dictates when I can use that?
Just whenever. It's just an attack.
Well, alrighty.
So you unarmed attacks now are 3d10s for you, but how many health points do you have?
28.
Man, you could do some serious damage with that.
Yeah.
I could if you were handed melons by a party member, you could potentially get a lot of stuff done.
3d10 plus 5 for every hit point I give.
So yeah, 3d10 and then an additional d10 for every 5 hit points that you use.
Oh, I see. Additional d10 for every 5 HP.
Okay.
Just eat.
Perfect.
Just do that.
Awesome.
Eat a melon. Do that. Eat a melon.
Okay, so I turn to Keith.
He's like, well,
Keith.
I got one more thing for you. And he takes off his ear. And then as he takes it off, another one pops out. And he's like,
what?
This thing gets heavy after a while. And he hands it to you. He's like, well, who wants it? So essentially it's...
his ear?
Yeah. Oh, actually, sorry. No, he hands it to Wynn, and he's like, you know, your family has done a lot for Broken Rock, so this is the least I can do for you. It's the ear of 1,000 people, so this item lets you understand any language.
Oh, wow.
Very
That's cool. Okay, so...
This is the best. Gonna wear this ear forever.
Okay, so
Oh, that's so creepy.
But Marty didn't get anything. I'm concerned about this.
Martin, do you want my shadow dagger? Are you gonna go stab a man?
He looks at you, Marty, and he's like, you sure do got some strong looking muscles. I bet you can hit real hard, can't you?
I think I can. I try to.
Well, I think I got just the thing for you. And he looks at you, mate. He's like, now this is it. All right. Now,
Okay, I promise.
and he reaches in his bag some more, and he pulls out a very small pen, and it's like a little sword pen, and he like just places it on one of your muscles like a sticker, and just like puts it on you. So this is Mark of the Risen. It gives you an extra attack and an extra reaction once per round.
Wow.
Oh no!
That's awesome.
That's
Mark-
amazing.
So let me.
I'm worried about how hard the upcoming fights are going to have to be for this to
Yeah.
make sense.
Mark of the Risen, that's one extra attack or reaction per round.
And reaction. So a reaction can be like if you, let's say for example, you have the ability shield. So in the round, let's say you get attacked, you use shield, means you don't take any damage, and then you get attacked again later, you can use a second reaction to use shield again. So some abilities are known as reactions, and those are the instances where you can use that. So you can use an additional attack and additional reaction per round of combat.
So like an opportunity attack, or
An opportunity
another
attack counts as a reaction, yeah.
or your hellish rebuke. Although I think you can only use that once before a long rest.
Yeah, I have to use it. I get that once per long rest.
But that's a reaction.
It is a reaction. That is, yeah. I say, I feel this strange ability to do more with more of my muscles. I'm like, sir.
Duke, thank you so much. I don't even know how to thank you. We're going to save the world for you. It's going to be all in your name.
Well, just make sure you tell everybody that Twice Duke sent you. Now, I need to get my business going again because I want to get my Duke shit back. You know, I used to be He just goes on and on and on about his backstory.
We just nod.
May I ask him one last question before we leave? Sir, so I'm still getting used to this body, and I just feel like I can actually now do even more. So, what do you do when it feels like there's so much inside of you that it's going to burst out of you? and that you're just going to be a wet meat husk.
You see, he takes you by the hand. He's like, well, son, I think you just need to take a deep breath. And then use that weapon to kill something. That's what I would do.
Oh.
I
like this
I
guy.
nod my head. I take out my great axe and I just nod my head.
I take Marty's hand out of Twice Duke's hand and just pull it back.
He's like, all right, well, y'all kids behave now. Make sure you come back and see old Twice Duke later. And he kicks his...
and I just feel like our branding rights, because like we're trying to get our brand off the ground, and you're trying to get yours. Can we just real quick sign some like fair use sort of documents here, or some sort of agreement for licensing?
The Legend of Twice Duke.
What about some sponsorship?
You see, he's like, oh, you want to do business with old Twice Duke? And he like grabs a piece of paper and starts pulling it out. And he's like, well, let me just get my contract out. This will take a few minutes.
Well, I already have a contract also, because this is what kind of we were doing before we were deciding, like, let's save the world.
It sounds like you have to roll to do competitive contracting.
Yeah, go ahead and roll and
yeah,
roll
what
a
do
wisdom.
I roll for contract?
Do a wisdom roll to see if you can out-contract Twice Duke.
In the meantime, I'd like to roll history to sort of like I want to, when he presents us with his contract, I'd like to be able to compare the two to see if it's more advantageous. So I just kind of pick up a random bit of glass around the area, like ready to swim through it like a monocle.
Do investigation.
15.
Okay, that's not a good. My investigation check is a 4, unnatural.
There's a lot of stuff in both these contracts, and you feel like whatever it is, Wynn's probably got it figured out. So on your 15, you notice in Twice Duke's contract there's a clause that says that he owns everything that you do.
No. Oh, buddy, no. The Glee owns this, so we're just gonna cross that out. I do think that there's some like partnership opportunities here, so we'll just write that in, and obviously we'll call you our sponsor because of all of the wonderful equipment you've given us. So
we
we'll
bought
just put
that stuff. If he's the sponsor, I want my gold back.
Oh, well, look, I don't think this is really a good time to be discussing business, Maybe
You're
I could
right,
just
you're right.
revise the
Why
contract.
don't we just talk about it later?
Yes.
He
I'm
puts
real curious.
his contract back in his bag of holding.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Sorry,
wanna know.
it just sort of came
Just
over
want
me.
more time with Twice Duke.
Okay, you can leave now. Sorry.
Thank you
Yes,
so much,
thank
Twice
you so
Duke.
much, sir.
Thank you. Did you
Did you
All right,
want to
are we
ask him
all-
something, Madie?
No, I want it. Maybe he can tell me. Maybe you can tell me. I want to know what the armor class is in my chest plate that I'm about to put on.
Oh, that's a good question.
You might want to give that to Keith, because he's a sweet boy, but he has no armor.
Why do
I
keep
think
doing
his
the same
armor is
thing?
better than mine, actually. I'm going to find out. Don't worry. Thought about it.
Goodness me. One sec.
I forgot immediately.
That's a
What
good
does your chest plate do?
It's 16.
Necrotic.
It's 16.
Oh, right, yeah, perhaps.
But
Well, nuts.
resistance against necrotic damage.
But it has, yeah. What's Keith's armor class?
His is 17.
Okay, so it's not better than either one. Can I put it over top of my armor?
I mean, you can, but you'd only get the stats for one, like they don't stack.
I don't stack. Not
No.
even the necrotic.
No, you can't have like 20 or 30 armor or something like that. Sorry.
Aria, what's your armor class?
It's 13, but if I have heavy armor, it restricts certain abilities for me.
Okay. What
By
about
the
you
by.
two? Marty and Wynn.
My armor class is 14 currently, but if I don't wear light armor, I am not good at sneaking anymore.
Mhm.
Okay. Marty?
While not wearing armor, my AC equals 10 plus dex modifier plus con modifier plus any shield bonus. I don't have a shield, so actually my my unarmored defense might be worth replacing because I've got a 14 armor class right now.
Okay, so you can have this then. The
Are
chest plate.
you sure? Because what's your current armor class?
18.
Oh, yeah, this might be.
Yeah, so we don't want Madie to get hit. And you're also, Marty, you're also going to be up close and personal with some dead things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No longer are you a wizard in the back.
Then thank you kindly. I'll use this with what's the name of the armor? I'm trying to add it to my character.
It is the Skull Shaper armor.
I believe Carmen's made this up.
Okay.
This would be an accurate assessment.
Yes.
I love it. Skull Shaper. I like it. Okay, so now I want to make sure we all, the 5 of us, split up these coconuts. I'm sorry, melons.
No.
We split up the melons. I would also, before we go, and I don't care how tacky you all think I am, I want to look around the area. He was throwing a whole bunch of stuff around. I want to see if there's anything else that we want to pick up before we go.
You want a cat?
Awesome. So as you're doing that, Twice Dude kicks his house and it flips over and turns into a giant coconut. And it's like, well, I'll see you later. And he jumps in it and then the coconut closes up and he disappears.
Bye, Twice Duke. You're my favorite person. I've only been living for like half an hour.
Best character ever. Okay. So what do I roll for that? To see what it's like?
So yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation to see what you can find in the sand.
Okay. 10.
Awesome.
I will look around with
Yeah, everybody else want to look around just for a second.
Yeah, Madie.
7.
Okay, so Madie's looking around and there's like, meow, and you find a cat and there's a little cat. And Marty, you're looking around and you find a bag with about 10 gold pieces in it.
Alright.
Madie, you pet the cat.
I have this weird distaste though, where when I pick it up, I'm instantly like, ugh, I don't want it.
So as you pet the cat, Madie,
I'll take the gold.
you feel like the cat fills you with inspiration.
Oh, okay.
I dig around the sand. I want to find a cat.
I rolled a 12.
Aria got a 12. I got a 21.
Awesome. So, Aria, you dig around and you find a business card from Twice Duke, and it says 2 times the Duke, 1 half the price, and it has his address on it.
I will
And
treasure that forever.
when you on a 21 you find the coconuts that he had on his eyes, and you feel like if you put the coconuts on your eyes, something may happen.
It's a good, terrible tan line.
Do it.
So you put the coconuts on your eyes and coconut milk splashes into your eyes, and then all of a sudden you can see other parts of Broken Rock, and you
Having a
see
vision.
your father and Orpheus fighting a bunch of guards, and you see your mother is there casting some kind of magic, healing them as they fight. And
So I feel like I know where it is. Do I recognize the area?
you feel like it's somewhere in the castle. You don't recognize it. And then you also see, so that happens, the water splashes again, and then you see Elderson, and he's knocking on different barrels inside of the dungeon. And then you see 2 figures appear that are shrouded in shadow behind him, and then the water splashes again. You see Bathos, and he's standing at the top of the castle, and there are a bunch of like people in robes that are standing there, and he's addressing them all. And there's what's that called? An altar there, and there's someone laying on the altar. And then you
Do I recognize them or no?
you can't see who it is. He's
Too
walking
fast.
where it is. And then the coconut splashes one last time, and you see a ship a Navy fleet coming toward Broken Rock, and at the helm of the ship you see Faruna, and Faruna's, she's wearing her signature long black apron with her dirty white tank top, but she's wearing jorts. And you also see Zymes, but Zymes is wearing a white cape with a dark blue set of armor with a stone snarry flag on the chest plate, and she has jorts on also, and she has this gigantic sword on her back, and it looks like they're all headed towards Broken Rock.
Oh my god, yeah.
Can I tell how far out they are?
It looked like they were like coming up to the dock.
What did you see?
I assume I'm just describing it as I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, good. So that's wow. Okay, can I pick the cat up?
Yeah. So you pick
Wait,
up.
we just told you this, and you want to pick the cat up?
Yes.
You pick up the cat.
Do we need? How far are the docks from where we are? Because it sounds like they might be here now.
Yeah. And we're
We're
on the
supposed to meet
beach, right?
them at the harbor anyway.
Yeah. So you know the meeting spot that you all talked about before, and you know that that's not far from where you are now.
Maybe we should bring the armor to Madie's dad.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That just literally occurred to me right then.
Aria, that's a good thought.
I think it's too late though. That's to prevent necrotic damage. I think it's to shield for it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought.
I mean, we could try to use it to suck it out.
Giving it to your dad.
Well,
I didn't
Marty,
bump into him.
put it on for now, Marty. We'll get to it
Okay.
from there. I pet the cat as I'm talking. Okay, so I thought everybody's supposed to be here tomorrow night. Maybe do you think the robots don't know what day it is? 'Cause
I think the
kinda
message
confused.
might have been sent earlier, and it just got to us now.
Well, should we go? Should
Yes.
we go and meet everybody?
Well, there's a Stone Snarry army, and then the one from Zandara is supposed to arrive
true.
tomorrow.
That's right. Okay, got it. So maybe the Stone Snarry army are here early.
I'm amazed
Which
any of
I-
them are alive.
Sorry, what's up, Aria?
I'm amazed they're still alive.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
I am
So,
too.
so slight retcon. So Zymes and Faruna are there. It's not the stone. They're with the Zandara army. It's the Zandara fleet.
Oh,
Okay,
But they're on that
Our
boat.
mistake.
So
On
you can
yeah.
gather that at some point they escaped Stone Snarry, went to
Okay.
Zandara, and probably informed them of what happened.
or
And that's
maybe
why.
That's up. Okay.
Zandara on their way down saved Stone Snarry, and we don't have to go back there and fix it. Maybe
Who
that
Who
happens.
knows? Who knows?
Or maybe who is holding a cat.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, just FYI, I think the Bathos Tyrannica is the Sovereign of Death currently. Just sort of because he was sitting on the throne when I almost lost my life, and the Dragon Lady was next to him, and then the Dragon Lady was called My Queen by the lizard guy. So just FYI, that's sort of what I just thought about.
So he used to be good then, right? I turned to Keith and I was like, hold on, right?
You see, he's looking and he says, I mean, I guess according to this, he was a hero. He and Skulldana and their adventuring party saved the world.
But they haven't been seen for thousands of years, right? Like, they are historical heroes. If this is some sort of death power, and his whole plan is raising an army of the dead, maybe they are being manipulated by some sort of death cult themselves, or like some sort of death god. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
It also suggests that they must have, if they are the sovereigns of death now, they must have defeated the sovereigns of death way back when. Do you think we'd become like that?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
What are you knowing?
I mean, because I don't want to be sovereign of death.
So
I
just
want to be the good guys.
Right, just don't become evil.
I don't want to be the bad guys, guys.
We're not. Hey, Madie. I put my hands on her shoulders. We're not gonna be the bad guys. I put my hand on Martin's shoulder also. We're the good guys, and we're always gonna be the good guys. And let's all
No matter
just make...
what we do.
Yeah, well, everyone makes mistakes, but we're not willfully doing evil.
A
We're
lot of our
trying to
current
do-
bad guys used to be good guys, now that I think about it.
Okay, we can't think about this right now. I snuggled the
We're
cat.
good
Yeah, right.
now. I think we need to focus on us being good currently.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
And let's all just make an agreement if we all turn into evil death gods that we'll still be friends.
Yeah.
Deal.
Sure.
Okay, that makes it better. If we're all bad should
Yeah.
we go to the docks?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, are you snuggling the cat, Madie?
Yes.
Awesome. So, as you're walking towards the docks, you're snuggling the cat, and the cat whispers in your ear, and it says, "You know what you must do. Only you can prevent the coming destruction."
Okay,
Throw it
I'm
in the lake.
terrified.
So it whispers that to Madie, so unless she shares it with you, nobody else heard it.
Wait,
I
did any
whisper-
of us hear it?
Just her.
Okay, I whisper back. What do you mean?
It says, "Meow."
I squeeze it. What do you mean? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do?
It starts squirming for you to let it go. It's like, doing
Maybe
cat
put the
stuff.
cat down. It sounds upset.
It's trying to talk to me. Talk to me, kitty.
Sorry, the cat's trying to talk to you?
Yes, it said something. Say it again. What am I just?
I lean over to Aria. Has she talked to animals before? I know that's a thing like magic people can do, but she hasn't, right?
I don't think she literally talks to Tony.
Keith, I don't remember her doing this. Does Madie do this often? Like,
I keep talking to the cat. Talk to me. What? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So what?
keeps
What am I
meowing.
supposed to? I know.
It doesn't say anything. It just keeps meowing. And you see Keith's in the book, and he's like, I don't know. I guess I talk to my animals sometimes. And he just goes back.
No,
to me.
but do they talk back to you? It talked to me. It said only you know what you must do, or something like that. I'm the only one who can stop this.
He scratches the
can't.
cat's ear, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's so sweet, right? Yeah, it's saying something. I'm sure it's saying that we'll win in the end and defeat evil or something."
No, it said only I know what I must do.
Only the cat. The cat knows what it must. Is
No,
it
it was
about
talking
licking
to me.
itself?
All right, I don't know exactly what it said, but it said to me that I know what I have to do, and I have to do it. But it won't tell me what it is.
Okay, so we continue on with our plan and don't listen to a cat that talks to us.
Can anyone talk to animals here in this group?
We do have that ear.
I put the ear on.
So you put the ear on, and as the cat is meowing, you understand that it's saying, "This lady is crazy. Let me go."
The cat says you're crazy and it wants you to put it down.
It's trying to sow discord amongst us.
I don't feel discordant.
I put it down.
It like
I feel
shakes
slightly
his
indigested.
tail a little bit, and then it follows along with you as you go.
What's this NPC's name so that we can keep track of it?
Kit.
Yeah, the cat's name is Kit now.
I just named it Kit.
Okay.
So
We
you,
have Kit, we have
Yes.
Keith, and we have Feet.
yeah.
Well, we don't,
We don't have Fee.
because we didn't keep track of them, but now we do because we keep track of all of our friends.
So
So
the
you-
kitty's coming along though?
Yeah, he's with you.
At the beginning of every first session, the next 2 sessions, what's gonna happen is Marty is gonna go down a list of every NPC we've ever interacted with and just ask for a quick whereabouts update.
Stats.
So you get to the meeting location. You see that the ships are docking, and
How many are there?
Oh, I changed back into my elf form because they've never seen Changeling win.
awesome. So you're in your elf form now. You asked how
I
many
think this
there
is the
are.
first time that I noticed like Wind transforming, and it kind of blows my mind because I didn't realize she was a shape shifter. I was kind of like,
Didn't
Marty,
you
why are
see
you
her
giving
turn
me
into
that
a
face?
skeleton?
I was a skeleton earlier, buddy.
You didn't notice.
I think
It's
you didn't
okay.
think about it.
Also, reminder, I'm still dressed like an elf, disguised.
So you are both elves, and there are 30 ships, and you see
Do a
from
little dance.
one of the ships, it like 6.5 feet tall, and followed behind him by a bunch of Zondaran soldiers who are wearing heavy armor from head to toe. Is black and white, and they have helmets that lead up into spikes, like that. And you see that the Zondaran army are the Zondaran army are made up of all manner of creature. There are also some Broken Rock residents. Like you see bugbears, you see all kinds of folks in the army. And
are there any other humans?
No. So Madie, as far as you know, is the only human.
Okay.
And so Antagon Owlfeather walks forward, and he says, "Heroes, there's much to be done." And
No kidding.
you see Zymes and Faruna coming off of the ship as well, and
We made it.
they run up and they give you a big hug. And as you all are hugging, and your reinforcements have arrived, that's where we're going to end for today.
Ooh.
Ooh,
So
that tension is really building.
We didn't fight anybody, y'all.
Anything. We didn't
I'm so
fight
happy.
anything.
So the heroes have reunited with some old friends, and they've gotten help from the army of Zandara.
And from Twice Duke Double Down.
And from Twice Duke Double Down. Are they going to be able to save Broken Rock and save the world? I don't know. Find out next time. See you later. Thank you for watching.